Wake that ass up.
Early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Yep, it's the world's most dangerous morning show, The Breakfast Club. Charlamagne the God, Angela Yee. We got our guy in the building, man. Icewear Vezzo, what's happening?
What it do, brother? How you feeling?
Man, you look good, brother. You got a whole lot of new money.
You heard? I'm trying, man. I just look like it. That's all.
How you feeling, though?
Man, I'm feeling good, bro. I'm blessed. Everything well. Kids good. Old lady good. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Just taking it one day at a time, brother.
That's
Well,
right.
I'm glad you're up here because since you signed with Quality Control, I'm like, we got to get Vezzo back on the show.
Yeah,
so.
I appreciate that, too.
Clearly, it was a very lucrative deal.
Yeah, it was a good one. It was a good one. We actually did a partnership 50-50.
Okay.
So, that's why, I appreciate that situation. I appreciate P for letting me approach it as a young boss.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? In the making and just, teaching me the business and showing me how everything work and allowing me that opportunity to grow my company as well. So we did a 50-50 partnership,
I did convince you to partner with QC. What was that conversation like?
I convinced myself, honestly. Me and P been building for probably like a year and a half straight without talking no business, none of that. We just been vibing and moving around and growing to understand each other, and learning each other mentally, you know what I mean? And I just like how bro rock. I like how he operate. I like how he think. And, he ain't no selfish dude. Like, he want youngins to really, get everything out of that. It's bigger than just being an artist. P gonna show you how to really, really turn up and think for the long run and not just like a rapper at that moment, So I felt like it was a perfect situation for me, which it was to me.
And I think I saw somewhere that you said Takeoff was the first person to embrace you as an independent artist.
Literally, man. Takeoff back in like 2015. Takeoff came to my restaurant. I had bought a restaurant when I was a kid and a car wash and a dispensary. Takeoff was in Detroit. He DM'd me like, bro, I'm in your city. Let's link, tap in. He pulled up at the restaurant, bro, and he gave me a lot of game, like a lot of motivation. I was fighting a Fed case at the time, and he told me, like, bro, like, just seeing everything you got going on and how you moving and just knowing how young you is right now, like, bro, you keep doing what you're doing, you're going to be big, bro. Stick to the music. You're going to be something when you get out.
Wow.
Promote my music and posting my music, gave me a verse, all that. Like, he was the first ever.
Wow.
In real life, yeah, the first.
And it came back full circle, so I'm sure when you connected with QC, I'm sure he was one of the first people to congratulate you.
Absolutely, he definitely was. Even before we locked the deal down, he kind of heard about it. He like, bro, that's a good move, bro. I'm proud of you. You know what I mean? Keep doing your thing. And, it's just an unfortunate situation like with Tate, cause bro really a solid dude. And people say that every time somebody passed, but like he genuinely was that. He was a good brother, like a real good guy. He had his head on his shoulders. And one thing about Takeoff, he never tried to be somebody or something that he wasn't. He was always himself, from my understanding, from how I knew him and how I met him, you know what I mean? So rest in peace, Takeoff.
Do black men ever truly escape, man?
Honestly, to an extent, yeah, but for the most part, right now, it don't seem like it.
Mm-hmm.
It don't seem like it. We living in a time where everybody got something to prove. Everybody worried about what the next person think about them. And right now, to me, I think the black man biggest downfall is their pride. It's the pride. Pride is our number one downfall. We let our pride get in the way. And every time I ever use my pride, I fail right after that. I learned that the hard way. So, with the pride and the ego and, throw the money into play, it's too much, bro. And I think I don't think we giving ourselves the chance to grow.
Mm-hmm.
We not letting ourselves elevate because we too focused on worldly things. I just recently learned that men's number one cause of depression is environmental stress. Literally, that's the number one cause, environmental stress, meaning everything that we around and everything that we surround ourselves around, so until we able to kind of evaluate who and what we got around us and change our environment, we not gonna allow ourselves to grow.
How do you think having your wife has actually helped you through so many different things, though? Having a great partner, I think, is one of the most supportive things that you can have.
Absolutely. My wife played a real, the biggest part in my life. Women mature faster than us. And there's so many times where I thought like foolishly and childishly, and she checked me. You know what I'm saying? Like, my wife is like my backbone. She is that same part that at times I don't have, and I know when I got married, God blessed me in a different way, because it gave me some type of foundation to fall back on and something to stand on. Like, I say this all the time, like the best attribute a woman got is their intuition. That's other
right.
sense. Like, a woman's intuition is unbelievable. Anytime my wife ever told me something, she ain't never been wrong. And I learned the hard way to not ignore her, to not ignore her feelings, to not ignore her thoughts and her views on pretty much everything. So without my wife, I don't know where I'd be at, and I genuinely mean that. Like, she stood tall for me a million times.
And don't it feel good, speaking on that intuition, don't it feel good when she know you solid, when she know you doing what you supposed to be doing? Because they know when we doing the bullshit.
Yeah, they do.
But when we get our shit together, they know that too. That feels so good.
It feel amazing. She know me. Sometimes I feel like she know me more than I know myself.
All right.
She know when I'm about to fuck up before I fuck up.
Yeah.
It ain't no lying to her. You can't lie to no woman that really know you. You know what I mean?
That's real.
Like you say, it do feel amazing when she know, like, I am trying to grow. I am trying to elevate. I am trying to be different and think different as much as I can. And she acknowledged that, and I get recognition for that. And I feel like I don't do that for her enough. We be so quick. I be so quick to, blame when somebody else fuck up. But when I fuck up, it just be more like, whatever. But, she understand me, and I appreciate that woman.
Now, you talked about ego earlier, and I want to talk to you because you've been in the music game for a long time, like a decade.
Yeah, long time.
Really? And so was there a period of time when you felt like people didn't believe in you anymore because you did get locked up and then come back home? And, sometimes it takes a while to build back up to where you have to be.
Absolutely. When I got out of prison, I felt like everybody gave up on me. Well, not everybody, except like Chanel and like my team at the time. But yeah, like I heard that too. Like, man, Holmes finished it. He threw, went to jail. It's over. It's too many rappers rapping right now. How he gonna play it? But honestly, that shit motivated me.
Right.
And it made me go hard. Like, every time I'm told what I'm not able to do, I do just that. Because only God got any type of say-so over my life.
All it took was a hit song, too.
That's all it takes.
They like, Vezzo got one.
Yeah, he got one. And another one and another one.
Back.
So how do you treat the doubters, though? Like, the people that shitted on you, have something bad to say about your name, how do you treat them once the success comes?
I treat them good so I can show them that I'ma never be like them. That's how you make somebody feel foolish. You give them the opposite energy that they give you, depending on that energy. You know what I mean? Especially the doubters. Mm-hmm. You heard like the niggas that say sucker shit and jealous shit and just weirdo shit. I let people know I know how you felt. I know what you thought, but check it out. What you got going on, I probably can help you out with this situation. Mm-hmm. Let's try to change each other. You heard? Like, I'll never be like you. Because I ain't let nobody change my energy or change the way I view anything. Because if they do that, then I'm just like them.
All right.
You heard?
Now, I got to ask you this. Because, that slide opened back up in Detroit.
Oh, man.
Now, when you were young, did you do the giant slide?
Yeah. I used to scratch all my Jordans up, fuck my J's up. Man, the giant slide was really something to do back then. Now that shit like a motherfucking trap. That bitch was
So is it
viral.
different now than it was?
Absolutely. It's terrible. It's just bad. It ain't good at all. They got to redo that. Detroit, y'all got to redo that. We got to do better with the giant slide.
You might have to do, that's something that you might have to help renovate.
I love to do that.
Right.
You heard? I love to do that. Turn the giant slide back up.
Because I saw something, you bought your childhood home or the home you grew up in earlier this year?
I did. And I actually bought it and gave it to my mom. But, I didn't really buy it to just like renovate and sell it and make money off of it. I just got so many memories in there and like, I had a lot of special moments in that house. So, I just wanted to keep it in our family, and I bought it and gave it to my mom, and we doing everything to get it back up to date. We not renting it out. We not selling. We not doing nothing with it. We just gonna have it. We just gonna have it.
Now, you got the Gangsta Grills DJ Drama mixtape coming.
Man. Yep, December 8th.
Drama really back out here like it's the early 2000s.
Man,
for real.
Drama turned up. Drama got that sauce. We got some shit though. We got something crazy for y'all. I can't wait. December 8th.
It's called God Bless the Six, right?
Paint the City.
Paint
I
the
was
City.
gonna call it God Bless the Six, but I changed it.
Oh, that's
Paint
the single,
City.
God Bless the Six.
Yeah. It's called Paint the City, December 8th. DJ Drama, the Gangsta Grill.
You still live in Detroit?
Yeah.
You feel like Detroit is really having a time right now too.
Yeah, I do.
Like just seeing all the artists that are I feel like everybody want to sign a Detroit artist too.
I do. I feel like that too. We having a moment right now. You know, I feel like every city get their chance and get their little wave, and right now we got ours. You know, we just gotta keep it coached. We gotta grind it out. You know what I'm saying? And just navigate, just move through this shit. Don't let that money get to our head and keep thugging. You heard?
Let's talk some Detroit business. I saw Royce said that there's a misunderstanding between young Detroit rappers and Eminem. How you feel about that?
I mean, at the end of the day, it is.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, as a fan, I love Eminem music. I grew up listening to Eminem when I was a shorty, and I got real love for Royce. Like, one thing about Royce, he always show us love. He always support us. He always shout us out. He do everything he can do to help us out. He really do. I can't take that away from Royce. But shit, it is what it is. Like, we don't know him. We don't know Holmes. We don't know him at all. Like, we don't know him. I don't know nobody that ever met him, ever seen him. And I think Royce and M kind of get the impression that we feel like Holmes owe us something. But it's not that. Like, everything ain't always about a favor or money. And, like, you know, I think they taking it the wrong way. We just saying, like, you a legend, you a GOAT, like, you big, like, bro, like, where are you? We want to see you. Can we get some knowledge? Can we get some game? Can we get some motherfucking motivation? Anything. That's all we asking for. But we not speaking from a standpoint as like, yeah, bro, you got to sign us. We lit. You got to sign it. You owe us some money. We won't vert. We not saying it that way. And I believe Royce and M may be taking it that way. So it is a big misunderstanding.
He did do a song though with the Detroit rappers on it. Like it was like a compilation. What was it called? Welcome to Detroit was.
What was that song called? Yeah, it was something like that. Mm-hmm. But who was on there though?
I know. Wasn't Big Sean on there?
Oh yeah, Sean was on there. I think Dej Loaf was on there. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I mean,
make sure you're not dissing nobody for no reason. Ice Vezzo, but I don't know who on the record.
I got everybody out there. I got love. Everybody fuck with me. I got love for Sean. I got love for Dej, T Grit. I fuck with every artist from Detroit. We just talking about M. And I fuck with his music. But I don't know him. We don't know. We don't know him. We just don't know him.
He just don't be out like that either.
And we ain't saying come outside either. We ain't saying, hey bro, come risk everything you built up. Come in the middle of the hood and goddamn risk your freedom. We not saying that, bro. We ain't saying none of that. We just like, hey, bro, listen.
I was
we got
with Paul
away.
Rosenberg at a show where Sada was performing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We all, I can't speak for her. I know I feel like that. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like that. Holmes an icon. You know, I idolized him at one point, and I do think he is the greatest rapper of all time with at least one of them, and that's never gonna change. He have done a lot for the community and for the city of Detroit. Ain't nobody taking none of that away. We just saying musically, you know, we got a vibe right now. I know me. If I had that wave that M had, I know how I'm playing it. I already embrace all the young niggas coming up. I already do that. And I ain't nowhere in that type of position. But I do that because it's the right thing. Because one conversation might keep a young nigga from crashing out. That's all it takes. It's just a little push, a little motivation. You know, I see so many people who life may be good and they may be doing well in life from the out looking in, but to them, they not where they at. They not where they want to be. And everybody feel like that at times. You know what I'm saying? So any type of motivation or change a person entire outlook on their self for their career, all it takes is, hey, bro, I see you.
That's it.
Keep doing what you're doing. You're doing the right thing. You know, you ain't got to go crash out. Whatever you're doing is working because I see you.
It could be a tweet.
Yeah, because I see you.
Yeah.
You know
I feel like that can happen.
Yeah, you know the type of inspiration you gotta be for people to want that from you.
Yeah, you're right.
Like that mean you are inspiring, Holmes. Like you really inspiring. Motherfuckers just want you to say, "Hey, bro, keep going." That's it. That's it.
I don't know if this is true, and it could be totally wrong. They say, "Are you and Eminem from the same block?"
Yeah, Eminem he from Bradford. I'm from Bradford. I'm from Sanford and Bradford. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He went to Osborne. I went to Osborne too.
Wow.
That's high school in our hood. I don't know where the 8 Mile came from, but Bradford is like between 7 Mile and 6 Mile. And his childhood home, it's on Bradford. His childhood home between Greene and 6 Mile. My childhood home between 6 Mile and Gratiot. So it's probably like a quarter of a mile apart from each other.
Oh, so this is very personal for you then, in a way.
I mean, it ain't personal. It's just, I got a different level of understanding and understanding my position. Mm-hmm. So sometimes, I get carried away and I understand other people's position as well, and they might not understand their position. And I know how much we struggling right now. And I ain't talking about as artists, I'm talking about as a community, as people, period. And I know everything count, every helping hand count. And we need that. Our city need, every city need that. Anything count, every helping hand. And that's all we asking for. We ain't asking for no money. We ain't asking to be signed. We ain't asking to come risk your life, come risk your freedom. We just saying, bro, can we see you? Goddamn, but it's all good though. And like I say, that man don't owe nobody. Ain't nobody done nothing for him. So however he feel, it is what it is, bro.
All right, we'll see what can happen.
Yeah. I want to feature. Fuck that. No, I'm talking
see, look. Now you done messed it up.
I'm talking shit.
Speaking of that, okay, you got a question here?
I was going to ask you about Motown because I remember when you signed to Motown, to be the first rapper from Detroit signed to Motown. How did you manage to get out of that situation and then get to QC?
Ethiopia. She let me do
Ethiopia.
that. Salute to Ethiopia. It wasn't no hassle. It wasn't no problem. It wasn't no argument. It wasn't no disagreement. It wasn't none of that. It was strictly I just want to learn the business more, and I feel like I could learn it more independently. Mm-hmm. And then, somehow let's catch back up later on. And we did just that. That's stood amazing, on that, and I stood on that.
That's not an easy thing to make
No,
happen.
It's not. But Ethiopia different. She solid. Like she really for her people in real life. She really for us. She don't. That ain't none that. She don't even talk like that. Honestly, So she is who she is. You heard? And yeah.
What made you decide that you wanted to be independent again?
Because I felt like I needed to really learn what I was doing. At that point I was kind of lost. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know how a lot of shit worked. I thought I knew, but then when I got with a major label, I seen how it really worked. But that was just only me seeing how it worked. I wanted to learn how it worked and really know how everything went, So I felt like that was much needed, and it helped me out a whole lot because I elevated a lot, financially, musically, and I got a lot of insight and knowledge because, like, for me, my end game ain't just being an artist. It's bigger than that. Like I'm going to be a CEO. I'm going to run my own label, and I'm going to change other people's lives. I'm going to do all that. So I had to go through the hardships, through the train wrecks to be able to get in that position later on. You heard? And I knew it wasn't gonna be no easy grind. It wasn't gonna be no easy riding. I was ready for it. You heard? So
I love that you set your intentions and you manifest things. I can hear it when you speak. When you say, I know when I hear you talk, I'm like, okay, he's manifesting right now. But I also read that you manifested the QC deal while you was in prison.
I did. I told that we was in the TV room. I told that to my little homie Rello, Free Rello. He about to come on in a minute. And we was watching the BET Awards. And I told him, like, bro, you know what? When I get out, I'm signing with QC. I like how Buddy move. I like how they rock. If on the out looking in, it felt like he let the artists do what they want to do, and he rock. They come up with a plan, and he get behind that plan for them. I manifested that. I manifested everything in my life. I manifested my wife. I told her mom when I was 14, I'm gonna marry her daughter. We gonna get. No, real talk. I told my wife mom that, listen, I'm gonna marry your daughter. I'm gonna become a millionaire. I'm gonna buy her a home, and we gonna have children. And I did every last one of them.
Wow.
I married her, bought her a home, and I had kids by her.
Does her mom remember that?
She remember that.
You like
wow.
a psychic
She talk
too.
about it all the time. It ain't even a psych. It's just I'm big on manifestation. Right. I know how serious it is, how real it is. Like I literally do vision boards. Like, I believe in this stuff. Like, it's real. Like, it really work. You know, you really gotta vision what it is you want, and you can get it. It work like that. You know, you gotta be a good person at the end of the day too. You know, you gotta do the right thing. You gotta treat people right. You gotta conduct yourself right, you know, and properly. But you heard that the vision board, that shit for real. I really manifest everything I did.
I tell you this all the time, man. These conversations coming from you are so important. The loving your wife, you know what I mean? Letting people know your wife is your backbone. The manifestation conversations. Me and you have conversations about mental health and how important it is to keep your mental health together.
Sure.
Like, you got to keep having those conversations, man.
And being an entrepreneur, I think that's important too. Having run your own businesses.
Yeah.
I think encouraging people to do that.
No doubt. Yeah, I think that's important. I want a lot of more black men to talk more about mental health, and you know, and bro, I'm from the street, bro. I'm a street guy, ex-street guy. I have no problem with, you know, speaking on mental health and, you know, manifestation. This shit work. It's not lame, bro. It's cool. Y'all can do that. You know, be yourself. Like, this stuff really work. You know, you want to be successful. You wanna be healthy, have some type of longevity at whatever it is you do. Change some of them ways and read and get some knowledge. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I think somewhere down the line we made being smart uncool or something. You know, I really feel like that. Like, a nigga lame if he got some type of sense, and that ain't the case. You know what I'm saying? That ain't how it go. Like, the real street guys is the one who try to do everything in the world to get away from being like that. You know the guys that ain't really street, you know, they do everything in the world to try to be like that. They kind of got it backwards. You know, it's just a little off. You know, and as an artist and a rapper, I feel like it's part of my responsibility, you know what I'm saying, to be 100 and let people know how I'm really coming mentally, how I think, how I operate, whatever. And they can judge me however they want to. You know, they don't know me, and there go that part where, you know, it's not my job to care what somebody else think about me either. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think that's important for every artist to do that. And I know for a fact, majority of successful people and successful artists, not saying that I'm successful, I'm just saying just period, like, everybody got some type of sense. You know, anybody with some type of longevity, they got some sense.
That's right.
You know, and it's okay to promote that. You know, we got to push that off. We got to create a whole new agenda, man. We got to save our people for real.
It starts with accountability, though.
Absolutely.
That's why my favorite question to ask brothers nowadays, let's say, hey, man, what do niggas hate more, reading or accountability? Accountability,
without a doubt. I'm guilty of it at times.
Yeah, all of us are.
And I know it, and I know I'm wrong, and I'm still guilty of that. You know, we just are. That's just how it is.
You found that you've been back to Inception lately?
Nah, I'm gonna go back. I'm going back in December.
Okay.
I really enjoyed myself there, bro. That shit really worked. Like, man, Holmes had did you hook up to like the brain
training? Hell yeah, salute to David.
Bro, he showed me how fast my mind was moving. Like, I had so much shit on my mind. Like, bro, I genuinely needed that. I needed that, and I'm going to do it again in December.
You ain't did the float tank? You got to do the float tank.
No, I got to do that.
You got to do the float tank.
I ain't did the float tank. But that shit fucked me up, bro. The brain training. I'm like, man, what? Like, my mind was like really racing, bro. Like, really racing. You know what I'm saying? You know what else I got to get it? I got to start trying to. I don't know how to meditate. Like, I ain't never meditated or no shit like that.
I learned 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 years ago. My homegirl Debbie Brown taught me how to, like, properly meditate. You got to get the beads. When you get the beads and you get a mantra and you counting your beads and chanting your mantra at the same time,
yeah,
it'll help you out.
Man, I try to meditate. That shit lasted all of a minute.
But that's a good start, though.
That shit ain't working.
Your mind is racing.
Yeah,
that's a good start.
Be racing, but nah.
Have you found a way to slow it down? Slow your mind down?
I'm still trying to find ways. Like, I'm a think tank, you know, and sometimes it bothers me, bro. I gotta ask my mind to stop thinking at times. I just think a lot, you know. I think I put a lot of problems on my shoulders, not just my problems, but other people's as well. And I think I got a problem with feeling responsible for other people. You know, things that I haven't caused them or I wasn't involved in at all, but I just take it on because I understand when somebody may need me, you know, and I try to be there, and, you know, I add they stress on my shit, so my shit be everywhere.
You're
bro.
an empath. You feel other people's pain.
That's what it is. Yeah, I really do. I really do. So I'm trying to figure that part out, bro. But we're going to get to it, though. You heard?
What do you think that QC brings to the table for you?
Freedom. Like, I ain't at freedom, completely freedom. Like, you know, anything that I done came up with, it was a go. It was, all right, come on, let's do it. You know, and at the end of the day, you know, I learned, not a long time ago, I recently learned, you know, you gotta spend other people's money. You know what I'm saying?
I'm trying to learn to do that.
No, but for real, like, freedom, bro. Like, anything, any plan I come up with, QC rated rock, and they get right on it. It ain't no, they treat every artist like they already, like, big. You know what I mean? I respect that. So it's a lot. I fuck with the whole situation. And I ain't just saying that because we're doing an interview. Like, I genuinely do. It's going right.
And I saw you tweet a day ago that you changed the sound of rap. Expound on that.
Man, I'm mainly talking about, like, on the street side. You heard, on the independent side, just like them slow ass hardcore beats. Like, I started nobody rapping on them motherfuckers. That's just a fact. I ain't gotta be your favorite artist. I ain't gotta be your favorite person. We can't ignore that. Like, that whole little sound, that gritty sound with the whole bass and just the slow beat shit. I started that, and I hear everybody rapping on it. And ain't nothing wrong with that. I ain't mean that in like an arrogant way. I just noticed something and I acknowledged it.
Word.
That's just what it is. Like, I know I'm not a lot of people's favorite rapper, but we can't ignore something. That's the truth. Like, and I don't mean like on a major scale, like, you know, throughout the world in the rap industry. I'm speaking of my peers and the level I'm at. You know what I mean? I'm not saying like Drake and them level. I mean where I'm at. I'm on the ground level, you heard? And I changed that in the streets. Everybody rapping on that sound. I appreciate it. It's all love.
Now, we know you got Babyface Ray, we got 42 Doug, you. Who are the new pillars of the Detroit rap scene other than those three?
Man, there's so many niggas turned up in Detroit right now. We got it's Doug, Face, T, Sada, goddamn Baby Tron.
Oh, from the Shitty Boys.
Yeah, Baby Money. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Skilla Baby
Tron
turned up.
I'm not gonna lie, he's killing it. Okay, Skilla Baby, I gotta talk about him for a second. I saw that video of him in the studio.
I don't know. I ain't see that.
You didn't see that?
Nah,
you know what I'm talking about?
I ain't see that.
Skilla Baby is one of the funniest people. Like, if you... Yeah. Him and Sada did lip service together.
They did. Yeah.
And that might have been one of the funniest episodes.
No, that's hard. He turned G-Mo Stay. It's a lot, man. It's a lot of artists. Everybody turned.
And what about the women?
Got Peasy. Shit, of course, Cash Doll, Pretty Brea, Jasmine Renee, Nisha Nashay, Steele, Lena, LaDonna. She turned up. Like, Detroit got a crazy music scene. We still got Chopper Boy, Ray, motherfucking Tay B. He's super lit. Like, we got a lot of people.
And the producers, Ant Beats,
O2 Twin, he turned up. Ant Beats, hell of a. The little homie ATG Beats, he a little Indian guy. That dude fire on the production. You know, Max Beats. We got Icewear Vezzo, Webbo, Chucky, SBR Peasy, Butter. Like, I can name so. Detroit really got a good market.
What about
right
Eastside Egg Roll?
Oh, Egg Roll, that's my guy. He turned the Egg Roll funny. He burnt out.
Yeah,
that's
I think he's very...
So what's missing? Because I look at Detroit, I look at Memphis, they got the rappers. Like, I've been saying Memphis and Detroit got the best rappers for the past couple of years. Why aren't they getting recognized like the Atlantas?
Because Atlanta guys, they kind of, when it comes to music, they just move a little smoother and smarter. They know when it's time to do projects together. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I don't know. Sometimes Detroit seem like we got that complex of it can only be one. You know? And that don't make sense because that's just like saying there's only $1 left in the entire world. You know, so that's what separates us to me. That's just my diagnosis of it. You know, the Atlanta guys, they know when to work together, they know when to pull each other up, they know when somebody gets to a certain level, everybody just push that person over the hump. And you know, that guy keep pulling people in. You know, I think and it ain't even really about no smoke, you know, because if you really pay attention to Detroit, like, we don't really, whoever got a problem with we don't get that to the rest of the world. That ain't the rest of the world business.
Right.
We know how to conduct ourselves behind the scenes and handle that shit off the internet, you know, and I gotta get that to every artist in Detroit. Everybody move like that and think like that, but we just gotta figure out how to kind of work together a little more. You know what I'm saying? And
did you and Babyface Ray went to school together?
He went to Osborne too, I believe. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Me and Babyface, we both from the same hood too. We both from 6 Mile. You heard? That's my little partner. That's my guy right there.
So y'all knew each other back then, like
I knew Ray since he was like 8 years old.
Damn.
Yeah, that long.
That's a whole different type of connection.
Nah,
to
that's
have
a
with
whole
each
other
other.
relationship. That's really like my little brother in real life, like for real, like straight up. We all grew up together. Me, Ray, Peasy. We all grew up together. All of us. You heard?
Well, let's turn Detroit up real quick, man. When the Gangsta Grill's coming out? What drama?
December 8th.
Okay.
Gangsta Grills. We painting the whole city. It's on the floor.
Now, you want to get in the God Bless the Six with Babyface Ray, or it's all on you with Kodak Black? Which one you going to choose?
God bless the 6.
Okay.
You know, we from 6 Mile. You heard? That's our hood. We make sure we put on for the 6 at all times. You know what I'm saying? On that record, we just trying to switch it up, do something a little different, trying to go out that box and still have fun at the same time. That's one of my favorite records.
And before we do that, what do all these rings say? I got to see, what does this represent?
It say IUR. And that say Drink God. It's my record label.
All right.
Iced Up Records. I'm going to change the name. We're going corporate.
Records.
Change the independent.
Going corporate. Keep growing, Vezzo. Don't stop. That's for real, man. Go corporate.
We're going corporate.
Fuck that. You can corporate thug.
Hey, man, we can't see motherfucker writing a check. We need $5 million check. Iced Up Records.
That's right.
I don't know if we're going to do this, guys. So we're going to change the name. Don't even trip. We got y'all there. Every bank out there, I got y'all. Don't even worry about it.
Words. Icewear Vezzo with the Breakfast Club.
Big Ice.